Thanks, Lorenzo. That's right. I'm here with local author Anthony Green Jr. We are here at the Slover Library, downtown Norfolk. Anthony Green Jr., how you doing, man?
Good, man. Always a pleasure.
Good to see you. So, what you been up to? What you been working on?
Man, I've been, well, since Days dropped last year around March, man, I've been really just, taking the time and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Just shopping it around, doing more research, getting ready for book 4, and just enjoying my time off, really, before I start writing again.
What's book 4 gonna be?
Oh, man, I don't know if I want to reveal the title yet, but
What can you tell me? What can you tell me?
book 4 is actually a part 2 to book 3. I can tell you that much, and it kind of like piggybacks off the concept of book 3.
Okay, so book 3 is
Days at the Arcade.
Days.
Right. Days at the Arcade, playing Far From the Tree.
All right, and then so book 4 is gonna be
Book 4
the
is
sequel.
Yes, book 4 is actually Days at the Arcade, blank, 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 blank.
Gotcha.
All right, so it's
All right. You can't reveal. It's top
right,
secret.
top secret right now.
All right, so you're gearing up for the sequel. What's your process in doing so? Like when you start writing, what's that going to be like for you?
Oh, it's
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine. Days in a room, man. It's hours of. I wake up in the morning, 4 or 5 a.m. and it's research. It's research.
What do you research?
Everything, anything. Cause that's how I find my concepts. I read a lot. I write a lot. I throw out a lot. I watch a lot of film. I do a lot of, it's history things. I listen to a lot of music on the same things that I'm writing on, just to kind of,
So it's more than just sitting there writing.
Because I want it to be relatable. Yeah, it's the whole process for me. Ever since Perspectives wasn't that way, Things Built wasn't necessarily that way, but since I've started this whole Days, yeah, it's been deeper.
That was your first.
That's
book.
my first project, yes.
Okay.
Dating back to Perspectives. So I would write, then I'd take a year off. So it's like 19, I did Perspectives, 20, I took a year off. Wrote Things Built, took a year off. Wrote Days, took a year off. So it's like, I'm in that period now where I'm taking a year off, but it's been a year already so now I gotta start writing. I'm about to be 24, and my 4th book is out on my 25th birthday, so.
So you're after Days at the Arcade, and you're going to the sequel, and you're working up to start to.
I'm about to. It's a bitter-sweet thing because I know how I get when I'm writing, and it's a lockdown mode. It's just I'm so focused, and I'm not ready. I'm kind of dreading getting in there, but once I'm in there, I love it. It's one of those things. Once I'm in it and I'm immersed in it, I love it.
How and why did you get your start doing something? Like
Okay.
what drives you?
Okay, that's a good question. So I got my start. I started writing seriously when I was 15 years old. My mom bought me a keyboard when I was 15.
Okay.
And at first, I wanted to be Kanye West. I wanted to be some type of storyteller, and I started thinking like a rapper can only rap for so long. It's a young man's game. That's what people say, but I can write until I die, the day I die.
You plan on going as long as you can.
Till the day I die, yes.
Gotcha. But so is there like a musical perspective or like a musical drive that sort of pushes
Right,
you in a way?
because to this day I still play the piano in the beginning of my projects. All my writing sessions start with like chords, like we spoke about before. So yeah.
So, who are some of your influences? Like,
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Who made you want to start doing that?
They
What
come
was
from
their
all the arts. So musically, the concepts of Pink Floyd, 90s hip hop, A Tribe Called Quest, Heavy, Rest in Peace, Phife Dawg, Outkast. It's just my favorite musicians are great writers, whether it be film or music or whatever. My favorite people in the arts are just great writers. Like Kanye's a great writer. Andre 3000 is a great writer. Phife Dawg, great writer.
Phife Dawg.
These guys are great writers. Stan Lee, great writer. He created a whole world. Spike Lee,
Created
great
a
writer.
universe. Yeah.
Exactly. So his imagination, that's what gets me. Pink Floyd, great writer. Sid Barrett, that's the
Absolutely.
guys
What sort of a progress have you seen yourself make since you
Since
started?
19?
Since Perspectives.
a lot of growth because in anything you do, you're your biggest critic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And at 23, I can't make it through Perspectives. I can't make it through a sitting of Perspectives.
You wouldn't sit there and
because
read your
most people, people that like my work, when they read it as one thing, they see it as, this good first project, but I'm I'm just like analyzing and I'm correcting or what I should have said, and so it's always growth from perspectives to things built.
I think I know what you mean.
Right.
Like, I'm critiquing this interview right now in
Right.
my head. Like,
Right.
there's stuff I said a minute ago that I'm like, dang, that sucked.
And people will say that's a great interview you did, Josh, but you're like, oh man, I should have did this, or your angles or whatever.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
same way I am with writing, because I'm analyzing. It's like I'm watching film, like athletes. You watch a game, they play the great games, but
Yeah.
after the game, they go back and watch films. Coach says, oh, you should have did this, or you should have did that. This is how I look at my projects now,
Yeah.
and I feel like this is my senior year. Like I'm a college athlete and I'm being scouted, so this is like days, and my fourth project are what's going to get me to the big leagues.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So.
What are some things, or what are some themes rather, that you like to write about?
Like everybody, love. That's one of the biggest things.
Man, that truck is really loud. That truck.
Oh, yeah, these guys backing up.
All right, like you're stopped
Up in.
and you're still beeping. What is going on?
Out of here.
Go. All right, there we go. All right, so what are some themes that you like to write
Right,
about? I'm keeping that, by the way.
This experience, man. Like in Days, I feel like that's my best concept piece of work, and that's all about hope and finding what you want to do in dreams and fighting for it, and the things shortcomings. That's where the majority of my writing comes from, writing on shortcomings.
And so where can people find you?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, anywhere, type in my name in Google, and there you have it. It's what platform you want to,
And so you were telling me
tribute
about
to.
Genius earlier.
Right,
Tell me about that.
Rap Genius just created a platform called Lit Genius, right? So where you can put literary works up, and artists or authors can go in there and annotate their own things. And I thank you, Genius, for doing that, because that reaches a masses of people. So
Yeah.
right.
I knew about Genius before, but it had always been Rap Genius.
Right.
It was never
And
Lit
since-
Genius before. I never knew about that.
Right, and since things built, I'm trying to tell my friends, man, this writing thing, like I'm I'm good, man. You guys gotta, and them being your friends, like, man, you still the same old, Anthony and me, but Rap Genius is what you say, okay, man, now you making moves.
Yeah.
So finally,
They're like,
so,
okay, that's legit.
so that's
You're
cool.
on Rap Genius.
Right, that's cool. So yeah.
And so if anybody wants to know what you're talking about, they can
Yeah,
easily
the
go
breakdowns to my poems, because every line means something and it all ties in.
What can we expect from you in the future?
I'm just getting deeper. I'm getting more innovative every year.
Yeah.
And I want to start, doing visuals a lot. Maybe a short film based on my books or something like that. I want to start shopping for that. Just another way to put something out.
Yeah. So
Better
just
content.
another view at what you're writing
Right.
about.
Right.
Got you. All right. Well, that's all she wrote. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining me.
Appreciate
It's
it.
been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.